Right now at 5, we are gearing up for the 4th of July and talking about how to keep your family safe as you are headed out for the water. Hey, Stacy.
And we're tracking some breezy and gusty winds in some of our areas today, and we're bracing for the very first heat wave of the summer. I'll tell you all about it in my first alert weather forecast.
And with temperatures on the rise, we're talking about new federal protections for workers being proposed by the Biden administration.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Alyssa Warner.
And I'm Austin Reed. Thanks for being here. After half a century without answers, authorities have finally identified a Jane Doe who was found strangled to death in a van parked outside a hardware store in Yakima all the way back in 1977.
And at a press conference earlier today, Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell learned about the key authorities say helped them unlock this mystery case.
Over the past 47 years, authorities have tried running her DNA profile, her fingerprints, and her dental records against multiple national databases. But nothing worked until they tried forensic genetic genealogy. It's a technique that combines traditional genealogy research with DNA analysis. It's also expensive and something the Yakima Police Department was able to do in 2022 through a grant from the Washington State Attorney General's office. It's how just this year, authorities were able to identify the victim as 25-year-old Veretta John Gates, or Johnny to her family.
Having a name is huge in finding out and figuring out who this person was, call it a profile of the victim, to try to identify who they were with and who their killer might be.
Coming up at 6, we'll dive deep into everything we know about this case so far and what happens next. Reporting from the Yakima newsroom, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, Emily. And fire crews in Toppenish were called back to a blaze around 2 o'clock this afternoon. It reignited after it started yesterday afternoon. Now, again, that fire reignited in the 600 block of Linden Street in Toppenish, not far from US 97. Yakima County Fire District 5, the City of Toppenish Fire, and the Yakima Nation Fire Management fought this fire. Officials told our crew on the scene it burned just over 4 acres. They say no structures are being threatened right now. Fire crews at the scene do say the fire was caused by humans. They say it started near a known homeless encampment.
With the 4th of July celebrations nearly here and a heat wave coming this weekend, hitting the water across our area seems like a great idea. But do you have everything you need, and is it the right fit? Apple Valley News Now's Monique Ledesma on your side. She joins us live from Clover Island. She's here to tell us how to make sure your family is fit for the water. Monique, good evening.
Hi, Austin. When it comes to people who live in our region, they never need an excuse to get out on the water. But when it comes to getting fit for the water, it takes more than just grabbing a life jacket and zipping it up. Scott Rapelius with Columbia Basin Dive and Rescue says life jackets aren't just for kids. Everyone who is on the water should have one. Life jackets can save lives, especially if you fall out of the boat without expecting it. When kids are near the shore, tell them to get their life jacket on. Sometimes kids can wander off when we're distracted with something else. But when it comes to life jackets, Rapelius says get the proper fit. That can mean all the difference.
You don't want the life jacket to float above your mouth, because if you do that, then you're going to float right here and you're still going to drown underneath the water. So this here doesn't go above her armpits, and that way when she's in the water, her head's going to be out of the water. So if you get ones for your kids thinking to grow into them and they're real loose, they're going to float down the river with their head underneath the water and probably drown.
Another thing to keep in mind, if you are drinking alcohol while out on the boat, make sure to have a sober skipper. Here's another good idea from Rapelius. He says assign people to shifts to watch over children who might be with you in the celebration, because when it comes to the water, things can change in an instant. Reporting in Kennewick, Monique Ledesma, Apple Valley News Now.
Thanks, Monique. And we're already seeing the temperatures go up. But Stacy, you were telling us it was maybe a good day for a sailboat in some parts of the region.
Yeah, well, if you could sail through Ellensburg. It's been very windy. I've been tracking wind gusts there 46 miles an hour today. It's been very windy down the Columbia River Gorge and at the Hanford Reach. So out on the Columbia near Hanford, it's windy today. A lot of people out fishing for those summer salmon out there. But the winds are going to kind of die down a little bit later and things are going to calm down. And we're looking for a pretty pleasant day tomorrow as well. Right now it's 87 degrees in our Legends Casino Skycam. Winds are light at 8, our sunset at 8:52. Forecast tonight, again, beautiful evening. Temperatures lowering into the 50s through the region. Tomorrow, pretty much like today, just under 90 degrees. Winds will be much lighter through the region. And a sneak peek of the 4th of July. It's going to be a hot one. Look at our temperatures in the 90s for the 4th of July for all of our major cities around here. Let's talk about what's coming up. That beautiful night, the sunny, dry temperatures for tomorrow, 90s for the 4th. And our first major heat wave of the summer is coming beginning Friday. I'll get into all those details coming up in my First Alert full weather forecast. Austin, Alyssa.
Thanks, Stacey. Well, extreme heat has already been a factor for tens of millions of people across the nation this year. And today, President Biden announced his administration is taking steps to create federal protections for workers when the temperatures rise. So the proposed rule would require employers to first identify when heat is likely to be dangerous, come up with an emergency plan, and train workers to make sure that they're aware of what heat-related illness looks like. Employers would also have to offer shade, water, and rest breaks.
Extreme heat is the #1 weather-related killer in the United States. More people die from extreme heat than floods, hurricanes, and tornadoes combined. Say that again, combined. More people die from heat than those 3 other major issues.
Now, if all those proposed rules sound familiar, that could be because Washington state already has very similar rules in place for anybody who has to work outside in the heat. And as of this year, Washington also has protections in place for people who have to work outdoors in wildfire smoke.
We have a follow-up tonight. We talk all the time about the importance of fire prevention, especially with conditions like we will be seeing this weekend and into next week. Oregon's Bureau of Land Management credits preparation work with keeping this fire away from homes last week. The Darlene 3 fire started on public lands south of Bend and quickly grew to thousands of acres. It got close to the town of La Pine, but officials say decades of extensive fuel treatments in the area, like thinning brush, mowing, and prescribed burning, kept the flames at a distance.
Well, a healthcare company is suing the state of Washington over a recent law intended to protect survivors of sexual assault. Representative Gina Mossbrucker sponsored the law, which bans unofficial at-home sexual assault response kits. Now, opponents say these kits, which are sold over the counter, cannot be used as evidence in court. And in the aftermath of rape or sexual assault, survivors should not be tricked into thinking they can collect evidence at home. Well, Lita Health is one of the companies that makes these kits. They've sued the state, saying everything in the kit is legal. So they say what the state is really doing is restricting Lita Health's free speech rights by banning them from marketing the package as a sexual assault evidence collection kit. The company says it's hoping to offer survivors more options in the aftermath of a crime.
In a continued commitment to providing resources for mental health care needs in the state of Washington, Astoria Toppenish Hospital broke ground this afternoon on a brand new behavioral health unit. New at 5, Apple Valley News Now's Riley Fitzgerald says this expansion is nearly doubling the hospital's capacity for behavioral health patients.
This right here is where an additional 14 beds, creating a total of 29, will be added to increase local behavioral health services in central Washington. It's estimated that with this expansion, the team will be able to serve an additional 157 psychiatric patients per year. So ground broke this afternoon on the behavioral health unit expansion project at Astoria Toppenish Hospital. Hospital Administrator Kathy Bambrick says the hospital is ready for this expansion.
As a testament to how well it's put together and the quality and safety that are in place every day for our patients. Department of Health and the Joint Commission both came and surveyed our behavioral health unit, and they found no findings. And the Joint Commission told us that it's been 10 years since they saw one that was run as well as ours. And so we are exceptionally proud of it. We are ready to double in size.
According to the hospital, every dollar of the required $13.1 million has been secured to complete the unit. We'll break down that funding, the timeline, and have more about who this project is serving on Good Morning Northwest from 5 to 7 a.m. tomorrow. Reporting in Toppenish, I'm Riley Fitzgerald with Apple Valley News Now.
Thanks, Riley. Now, we've been talking a lot about growth recently in the Tri-Cities. Austin, you got to check out a big project today.
Yeah, I'm very excited about this. First, on Apple Valley News Now, we are looking ahead to a dog park that's going to be built at Columbia Park in Kennewick.
Well, a lot of people going to be at Columbia Park for the River of Fire this Independence Day. Stacey has some good news coming up in your First Alert forecast. That's next.
Should we take a look at? What do you think?
So here, from design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $500 off your tub or shower remodel.
Hear that? It's the sound of savings at your local Ford dealer. Get a sweet-sounding deal on F-150, Bronco Sport, Explorer, and more. Hurry in today for the sound of savings, because a new Ford truck or SUV is calling your name. Just listen to this great offer. Get 1.9% for 36 months and $1,500 bonus cash on a 2024 F-150 XLT, only at your local Ford dealer.
Okay, guys, we're all here because US Cellular has an incredible deal. Right now, you can get 4 lines for just $90.
Sorry, just double checking. Is it really that good of a deal?
Yeah. It's a huge deal. You also get 4 free phones of your choice.
4 free phones! Wow, I just triple checked and that's awesome.
So go get that deal. Or at least help me clip. Do you check the expiration dates?
Oh, I can do that.
Great.
Get 4 free phones of your choice with no trade-in needed, plus 4 lines for $90.
It's 1,000 miles from here, but our open southern border is costing us billions and bringing deadly drugs into our communities. The rich are doing just fine, but working families are struggling. I'm Tiffany Smiley, and I approve this message because even though the political establishment told me to wait my turn, I'm running for Congress now to secure the border and lower the cost of living, because Washington families can't afford to wait any longer.
Swing into Fred's Appliance today for our 4th of July celebration and discover unbeatable deals on the largest selection of in-stock get-it-today inventory in our region. Upgrade your home with the Electrolux laundry set and save a whopping $1,300 on the pair. Plus, buy 1 pedestal and get the second free, an additional $270 in instant savings. This advanced laundry duo brings you unmatched efficiency and state-of-the-art features, ensuring your clothes come out perfect every time.
So what do you think about these?
We're gonna take everything.
From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,000 off your complete bathroom remodel.
Benton City to Richland on the Yakima River. Fly the Northwest tonight.
Welcome back, everybody. Currently, there is only 1 dog park in all of the Tri-Cities. But guess what? That's about to change. Only Apple Valley News Now discovered that the city of Kennewick will soon be getting their own dog park. The city told us first about their plans. The new park will be right near the Playground of Dreams on the opposite side of the fishing pond at Columbia Park. The city tells us the new park will be 3.25 acres in size.
Most dog parks that you'll see have a couple of different sections. So, for example, the one over in Richland, you have a couple of different sections for large dogs, and then also a couple of different sections for small dogs. It'll be very similar to that. The bathroom, we'll have a parking lot, of course. The area that we're doing it at hasn't had a lot of maintenance done in the last few years. So we're going to get up and we'll bring our tree contactor in and get the trees cleaned up.
As of now, the park is set to be open by the end of this year, and construction will start at the end of summer. The city does need some more sponsorship funding, but that is close to being finalized. We'll shed more light about this exciting project coming up tonight at 6, and only from Apple Valley News Now.
Well, there are plenty of fireworks shows around our region to enjoy as we're getting towards the holiday. And while you might buy your own fireworks to set off, it's important to take note of where you plan on doing it. While some counties or cities do allow fireworks, those can be a trigger for people dealing with post-traumatic stress, especially our veterans. Combat veterans who've returned home to civilian life can often find themselves struggling when it comes to these fireworks. They're going off all the time. A clinical director with SARC in Richland says for those who are worried about symptoms this time of year, there are a few things they can do.
Have those headphones ready, to have a movie to watch or some music to listen to or someone to talk to let your support people know that you may need them that night and to be there. The support people can model the breathing with them, talk to them softly through what they're experiencing.
And she recommends anyone struggling with PTSD symptoms at this time of year find at least one person to reach out to. Don't just depend on your pets to give you comfort or distraction. It's also a report to remember even small fireworks can be downright dangerous if you don't follow the directions.
And we see this every single year. The Consumer Product Safety Commission uses test dummies to show just how much damage these fireworks can do. The agency says they saw 8 deaths and nearly 10,000 firework injuries, bad enough that people ended up in the emergency room last year. Around 40% of those were head, face, eye, or ear injuries. Another 35% were hands and fingers.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
Well, let's get into our next big weather maker, and that is going to be the heat. We have an excessive heat watch in our area. Pretty much the entire part of eastern Washington and Oregon is under that. We're going to see temperatures of 100 degrees or above, suggesting that you drink plenty of fluids. Try to stay in the AC. This will change to a warning as we get a little bit closer to Friday. So Friday through Tuesday right now, triple-digit temperatures. And we'll take a look at our temperature trends for the next 7 days for all of our areas. We're pretty much right around the average today, tomorrow, a little bit warmer on Thursday in Yakima, but there's the triple digits coming in beginning Friday through Monday and possibly into Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. This is what it looks like in the Tri-Cities. Look at those highs up to 106 degrees. Hottest days will be your Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. 90s for the 4th of July. Walla Walla not going to escape triple digits there. We'll start seeing those materialize on Friday and all the way into Monday. Like I said, possibly Tuesday. We stay average temps in Hermiston through tomorrow, warming up on 4th of July, and then triple digits for the rest. Taking a peek outside right now on our Health First Alert tower cam here. It's 87 degrees, looking good. Humidity is decent, 24%, and our winds are 8 miles per hour. Look for sunset tonight at 8:52. Temperatures elsewhere around the area, 60s and 70s into the Yakima Valley, Kittitas Valley, those upper 80s here in the Columbia Basin, and the lower to mid 80s there along the foothills of the Blues. Been tracking some strong gusty winds today through the Ellensburg area and through the Columbia River Gorge, and those winds will continue to pick up this evening. Also Hanford Reach area, that's going to be breezy to windy as well for the rest of the afternoon. By midnight, things will start to calm down, and then tomorrow we'll see some breezy winds once again in the Yakima, Kittitas Valley, Columbia River Gorge. Some light breezy winds in the Columbia Basin for the fishermen out on the Columbia. It's going to be kind of breezy the further up the Columbia you go. As we take a look at our Thursday morning, winds will calm way down, so that'll be good for 4th of July. Winds and weather is looking great for that day. Clear and nice tonight. Good sleeping temperatures in the 50s, 58 Tri-Cities, Hanford, Hermiston, 57 Walla Walla, Yakima, 55 in Ellensburg. For tomorrow, sunny, dry, and warm. Temperatures right about average for this time of year in the 80s all through the region. The little bit of a warm up is going to be coming on Thursday. If you're hitting the road for the holiday, looking good. Seattle's going to be gorgeous. Temperatures climbing up into the 80s, pretty warm for them. Look at this, triple digits in Portland on Friday. And if you're heading up to the Spokane area, should be dry there, but temperatures on the warm side, 95 on Friday. Here's your 7-day planning forecast. Increased fire danger also as we head into those hot temperatures for the weekend. 93 or high for 4th of July in Yakima. Tri-Cities looking at a sweltering 105 and 106 Saturday, Sunday, Monday, even into Tuesday. So happy 4th. Enjoy 94. It's going to feel cool after we get past our Thursday, though. Get ready for those extremely hot temperatures that we're going to be paying close eye on. Our first big heat wave of the summer. Very sweltering hot in the Hermiston area. But 95 for 4th of July with light winds should be great for those fireworks shows out there. Austin, Alyssa.
All right, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Still ahead on Apple Valley News Now at 5.
We are talking about new Alzheimer's treatment for just the third one available for people dealing with the disease. Details next.
Hello there. Watch Live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekday mornings at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
There was a time when you could get a complete meal for just $5, but you gotta go way back. Well, just a Tuesday. Yes, Tuesdays at A&W, single Papa Burger combos complete with fries and a root beer cost just $5. This all-time great deal is available Tuesdays only at A&W.
Tonight, the power of the presidency after that history-making Supreme Court decision. The new test for lower courts, plus tracking Hurricane Beryl. More Americans turn to World News Tonight with David Muir, the most-watched newscast on television.
Fly over the Yakima River from Benton City to the Columbia.
Well, I think it's great having this in our backyard. It's nice having things that are kind of a bit closer to home and easier to get to.
It's the Tapteel Greenway on Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 tonight.
When it comes to remodeling your bath, there's fact and there's fiction. Fiction. Some bath remodels just cover up water damage. Fact. Bathfitter inspects and cleans your current tub area, and we make any necessary repairs before installing our product for a watertight fit. Bathfitter installations are built to last, with a lifetime warranty to fit your expectations. Get the bath that fits you. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Wild Horse Resort and Casino is shifting into high gear with the $160,000 Ultimate American Road Trip. Win free play gas cards or cruise your way up to $50,000 cash every Friday and Saturday. Earn entries every day and multiply them on select Mondays. Then, on July 27th, win a new Harley-Davidson motorcycle. Wild Horse Resort and Casino. More winners, more often.
Criminal illegals flooding our southern border and fentanyl flooding our streets. But Dan Newhouse has a plan to fight back. Stop illegal immigration, secure the border, and seize illegal fentanyl.
We need to keep pushing hard, working hard to stop the illegal flow of people and the illegal flow of drugs.
Call Congressman Newhouse and tell him to keep fighting to stop the illegal flow of people and drugs at the southern border.
Save through July 4th with hot buys in Bi-Mart's latest savings book, including saving $50 on a lifetime cruise sit inside kayak. Bi-Mart, your employee-owned membership store.
KFC's fan favorite country fried steak is just $5.99 every Wednesday. It's a complete meal with your favorite sides. Best of all, it's just $5.99. Country fried steak, $5.99 Wednesdays only at KFC.
Welcome back. In a big health alert tonight, the FDA has officially approved a new medication to treat Alzheimer's disease. The medication is a monoclonal antibody created by Eli Lilly. It's called donanemab. Last month, a panel of FDA advisors agreed that the medication was safe and works to help slow the progression of Alzheimer's. Of course, there's not an actual cure to reverse it. And this medication won't be cheap. A 6-month course will cost more than $12,000. If you need a full year of treatment, it'll cost about $32,000.
Making consumer headlines tonight, California could be facing an insurance crisis. State Farm says it needs to raise insurance rates by 30% or more in the Golden State because of increased costs and risk. State Farm just got approval for a 20% rate hike last winter. Last year, State Farm just stopped selling insurance for new homes in California, pointing to wildfire risks and skyrocketing construction costs. The State Department of Insurance still has to approve the rate changes. And Eastern Washington is drying out into a tinderbox this weekend. Stacey will have a final look at your weather next.
And still ahead tonight, we're talking about new restrictions on libraries in Idaho. Have some people protesting, others feeling a lot safer. We're going to hear from both sides new tonight on Apple Valley News Now at 6:30.
Benton City to Richland on the Yakima River. Fly the Northwest tonight.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. Hit by a big truck? I know how to beat their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
It's time. Time to let your soul breathe a little, to feel the sun on your face, and to feel alive again. It's time to dust off the clubs, to treat yourself, and test out your lungs. It's time to get away to the place that's not so far away, Lakeside Coeur d'Alene. Win a dream giveaway at cda4.fun.
Everybody in the Tri-Cities has been to a Hubby's Pizza Party, right? You haven't? Acquire the Hubby's habit and book your party today. Delicious, mouth-watering food made with only the freshest ingredients. It's party time at Hubby's Pizza, a hometown favorite for nearly 45 years. Book your party today.
It's 1,000 miles from here, but our open southern border is costing us billions and bringing deadly drugs into our communities. The rich are doing just fine, but working families are struggling. I'm Tiffany Smiley, and I approve this message because even though the political establishment told me to wait my turn, I'm running for Congress now to secure the border and lower the cost of living because Washington families can't afford to wait any longer.
I have 2 options for you to take a look at.
When it's time for an update or complete remodel,
Just watch yourself there. So here, guys, we're gonna rip everything down to the stud.
Rebath is with you every step of the way, from design and products to removal and installation.
Okay, what do you guys think?
We handle the entire process to create a beautiful and functional bathroom for whatever your life needs. Rebath, with you every step of the way. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,000 off your complete bathroom remodel.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. Hit by a big truck? I know how to be their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
Apple Valley News Now, recently honored by the Society of Professional Journalists with first place awards for general excellence, breaking news, health reporting, and video series. We all like awards, but our mission is to serve you with news that gets results. We are Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
Next ET Behind the Scenes with Sandra Bullock. 35 years of never-before-seen interviews with the special ET Vault Unlocked.
Have a wondrous day.
Next ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
All right, check this out. Bolivian chefs and more than 100 students from several universities hoping to make the largest sandwich to break a world record.
All right, so it is made with about 661 pounds of flour, onions, carrots, and about 837 pounds of pork, which is roasted so the skin is crunchy. Then it has yellow chili sauce. The chola is one of La Paz's most popular dishes. We're still waiting to hear if they took the record, but after the ceremony, everyone in attendance got to eat the sandwich.
Wow. All right, also check this out. A new study says that the Juneau ice field in Alaska is melting faster now than it was in the 1980s. Researchers have basically been tracking the ice and snow levels here since 1948, and they say in addition to longer summers, the dark rocks underneath the ice warm things up even further as soon as enough snow melts to expose them to sunlight.
Okay, we're seeing lots of sunlight and not a lot of ice around here.
Lots of sun. Not going to be going to need a lot of ice in your water very soon,
Yes.
of course. But let's talk weather photos first, and I'll give you those 7-day forecasts. Look at that beauty. Rafael was out. He said Monday morning, Columbia Park, got some cloud cover out there. Looks beautiful. If you'd like to have your weather photo featured, just grab that QR code on the right side of your screen, or simply go to applevalleyNewsNow.com, click on the weather tab. Love that picture. Thanks, Rafael. All right, let's take a look at tomorrow. Temperatures are warm. We're about average, actually. Today's been nice, tomorrow nice. Then the heat, you'll start feeling it coming on. In fact, let's take a look at that 7-day planning forecast. Once those triple digits kick in on Friday, looks like they're going to be sticking around for a while, and hopefully a cool down will start to happen Tuesday, Wednesday. But for right now, we're looking at sweltering heat, high fire danger, but things are looking pretty decent on your 4th of July Thursday. Here's Walla Walla and the Hermiston area. Once again, those triple-digit temps with 106, 107. Ouch.
All right.
Well, all those sunrise pictures look like people have been taking your advice to get out there early.
They've been doing it early.
Right. Thanks, Stacey, and thank you so much for watching. World News Tonight with David Muir is next. We're back at 6.
Hoping your news is good news.
Thanks.